If you or someone in your life is charged with a traffic offense, it's really important to understand, does your offense carry a civil infraction or a misdemeanor? Does your offense carry any points? I'm going to talk about 3 specific type of common traffic offenses that clients reach out for help. Other traffic offenses, feel free to reach out. We could talk about the logistics of those, but I want to focus on 3: careless driving, reckless driving, and leaving the scene of an accident. The leaving the scene of an accident and the reckless driving are both criminal misdemeanors. The reckless driving also carries a significant license suspension. The leaving the scene carries 6 points, and again, it is a misdemeanor. The careless driving is a civil infraction that carries 3 points. So those are some quick distinctions. What I tell clients that reach out to me with a traffic offense is we try to get all the facts, right? And clients usually focus on the very best facts from their perspective. A lot of blaming of the other driver, blaming the environment, and they don't really focus on exactly what they did, because it's very natural to kind of protect yourself and say, well, I'm going to say all the really positive things because in some way that's going to help my case turn out better. It's actually the opposite. You need to tell your attorney both your version and, even if you don't think it's entirely true, what would the other side say about your case? And a lot of times the truth is somewhere in the middle, but it's really important for me to help a client. I need to know both sides, because a prosecutor and a judge are going to take the other end of the spectrum, and that's going to be their truth. That's going to be their world. And we're going to be on the other side in our own world. And if I don't know what they're going to think or anticipate about your case, I'm going to go into that discussion without all of the information. And I tell clients a lot of times that it's okay if this happened. If you were driving recklessly, or you left the scene of an accident, or you were careless, that's okay. It's happened. There's going to be a report. We can't change that report. We can't go back in time and change our decisions. What we can do in the present is to get all the information, to figure out what may have led to this. In the moment, if you can recall, what were you thinking? And a lot of times, clients dig in deep and they say, you know what? I screwed up. I was driving and I got angry or something was bothering me. And yes, I did this. I was driving recklessly and I shouldn't have done that. Or yeah, I left the scene because I thought, I called the police when I got home, or it was really dark out and late. I didn't want to stay there. And it's not an excuse, but if we could find the reason why you did it, it helps us humanize your case. And what I say is we lead with empathy to help a prosecutor and judge understand why you did this. You didn't do this because you're a bad person or a criminal. I've never had a client reach out to me who says reckless driving and leaving the scene of an accident are good things and they should not be against the law and everyone should do it. That just doesn't make any sense. Clients, if they think about it, if they take themselves out of the case itself, they would say, yes, those are good laws, because as a driver, I don't want people leaving the scene of an accident. I don't want people driving recklessly. So they agree it's a good law. But when they're charged with it, suddenly it becomes a law that should maybe not be applied, or the punishment shouldn't extend to them. We need to get out of that box and focus realistically on how to get us the best result. And I say lead with empathy. Humanize the case. Tell your true story. Make the case a very isolated moment to focus on, but then focus outside of that. What can we learn in the present? How can we make changes in the future for your case? And how do we ultimately get the best result? It's my goal for any client that comes to me with a case that can suspend their license to avoid that suspension. A client that comes to me where they're going to get 6 points in their license, my goal is that they don't get 6 points in their license. They come to me with a misdemeanor. One of our goals is going to be to avoid a criminal misdemeanor. There's always a way to handle a case without disagreeing with the law. Agreeing that this law is a good law, I broke the law, but how do I resolve the case for myself in the very best fashion? And it's 3 steps. Lead with empathy, adopt a growth mindset, and say yes to a proactive program. So if you or someone in your life is charged with a traffic offense and you're concerned about the consequences, let's discuss your options.